everybody, I'm Tom Vasel. Welcome to Look Back. This is a video series where I go back and take a look at the reviews I did 1, 5, and 10 years ago. And I tell you what I think about them now, if I think about them at all. So let's go back last year this week. I took a look at a little dexterity game called Tinder Blocks, which is a little stacking game about building a campfire. I don't know. 5 out of 10. I mean, there's so many of these stacking games. This one's small. Anyway, Zombie Teens Evolution. This is odd because I gave it a 6, and I gave the original Zombie Evolution, the Zombie Kids Evolution, very high rating. And the reason is I played it with my kids, and then I played it with them as young teenagers. We moved with the game, and the game systems were almost the same, and it felt too kiddish, honestly. It also did not give new stuff fast enough. They played so many other games. So this was just a 6 out of 10. It's an okay system, but we felt it should have evolved with the age. Decipher. This is a party game where you make words out of little plastic pieces. That's enjoyable, more than I thought. 7 out of 10. Scotland Yard. I took a look at this classic game. I like these classic games. Take a look at them once in a while. I play this with my kids to see what they would think of this. It's still good. There's some problems with it, and it hasn't aged. Well, it's aged well, I guess. There's a little simplistic stuff to it, but like I said, still fun. 7 out of 10. Magic Rabbit. This is a nice 2-player back and forth game. I guess you can play more than that. I don't remember. I just remember that I really liked it with 2, as you are rearranging these cards and put them in order, but with very limited communication. 7.5. And Hallertau. That's the big Uwe Rosenberg. This one, I think, is going to not show up on too many lists as their favorite. There's a lot of similarities to Fields of Arle, I think, in it. Some similarities. The biggest problem I have with it that keeps it from being an excellent, I think it's good, I like the resources, there's a lot of cool things, is the cards feel random. In fact, I was tempted to drop the rating to a 7 from an 8, but I'm going to stay with an 8 for now because I still enjoy it. 5 years ago, Millions of Dollars. This was a negotiation style game. I remember Matt ago said, oh, you're going to like this one. Has a bit of an adult theming to it almost. It's like really pushing that. Like it's like real. The artwork's close to edgy. I don't know. It's not that big of a deal, but it's just not that good. 5 out of 10. Starfall. This is one I barely remember, and it's 5 years ago. You're bidding on these tokens, and it's something to do with stars. 6 out of 10. Cat Town. I do remember this one. It's a cute theme where there's a town that's filled with cats, and you're moving around in cards. It's okay. 6 out of 10. Tales and Games. Aladdin and the Magic Lamp. The Tales and Games series was really good. There's a lot of great games in there. This one's a little bit lower on the end of things. A 6 out of 10 I gave it. It's pushing your luck. It's fine, but it's not as good as, say, Hare and Tortoise or The Ant and the Grasshopper. Castles of Caldale. This one I dropped from an 8 to a 7. This is a tile-laying game like Carcassonne, and there's a bit of freedom to do what you want in it. But it's a little loose for me, I think, and I have it in Dice Tower Library, and it never gets played. And when I went to play it, I was like, yeah, it's not as good as I first thought. It's still decent, but I'm dropping it a point. And Assault of the Giants. This is a big grandiose game from WizKids, where you have giants because they are giants, and there's different kinds of giants. I didn't realize there were 7 different types of giants, and some of them smaller than others. It's a lot of fun. Big plastic miniature for your giant king. The rest move around. You have little humans running around that you use to hit other people's giants. It's a pretty cool game. It's going to be looked at fondly, I think, in 20 years. Like, oh, remember this game we used to play? So that's an 8 out of 10. 10 years ago, I took a look at the reprint of Evo. Evo is a game about evolving dinosaurs so that they can survive and different things. It's a good, solid game. It's just that so many other games have come out since then that do similar things, dinosaur or not. So I'm dropping it from an 8 to a 7. Pizza Theory. This one here is about splitting a pizza 3 ways and then getting the ingredients based on air control based on how you split the pizza. It's such a cool concept. This game came and went. I don't know anyone who talks about it, but I liked it. 7 out of 10. Lost Cities, great game, 2-player game, classic game, Reiner Knizia. What more is there to say? Still like this one, 8.5. Can't Stop. Solid Sid Saxon game. I don't really make any strong decisions in this game because I never stop. I've never won that way, but one day I will. It's fun, 7 out of 10. And then 2 almost good games. World Conquerors from Guerrilla Games. This is a small little game with cards, and there's some differentiation stuff there, but it's just a little too loose and light for me. 6.5. And Giza, the Great Pyramid from Mayfair. This is a little worker movement type game to build pyramids, which sounds cool, but the production's meh, and the game is okay, so 6.5 for that. And that's it. Those are the games I reviewed a year, 5 years, and 10 years ago. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching Look Back on the Dice Tower.